Was good with it. It's the homie Mac, music, art, culture, knowledge. I appreciate all the love, all the likes, all the shares, all the comments. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. Follow the movement on Instagram, MacTV_82. Hit that notification bell on the 82 Kings YouTube channel so you can be updated, stay abreast to everything that I drop. This is another session of Mac Minutes. Music, art, culture, knowledge. So I want to talk about the Wack 100 situation. I heard the leaked footage where where Wack was talking about Nipsey. Then I also what else? I also saw the No Jumper interview. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been a Nipsey fan since what? 08, 09. Yeah, like 08, 09. So like Buzz ain't got no names. First time I heard about him was on Sirius Radio XM. It was I think the Eminem's whatever XM music channel, satellite channel that Eminem has, the Shady. That's the first time I heard Nipsey. That was my introduction to Nipsey, and that's when I started to Google his stuff. Heard Keys to the City. Salute to DJ Cass of Honorable Court. Keys to the City was, my introduction. Well, not my introduction, but like the first song that I really heard that just kind of moved me and grabbed me. But he had plenty of dope material prior to that song. My thing was, I think when I first heard the things Wack was saying, I was in my feelings. I was triggered. I'm just like, damn, like how you gonna say the homie wasn't a legend, as if like he didn't leave an indelible mark in the game. He did. The thing that I think people fail to realize, if you kind of take a step back and look at it objectively, the things that Wack 100 said, there was a lot of credence to it actually. For example, when the people from TMZ ran up on him, he asked them, "What is the criteria? Like, how are we defining what a legend is and what a legend isn't?" And it seems like the standard or like the metric itself is record sales, your social media influence, the income you're garnering, the revenue, the streams of revenue you have. I mean, we're literally living in a time where there's a Forbes list for rappers. You know what I'm saying? Where the Forbes list pretty much calculates your income. And a lot of people, I mean, you got questions where you got people asking questions, well, how much is such and such worth? Not how good is his music, but what is his worth? And I think that kind of it takes shine away from the music itself. But we live in an ever increasingly shallow society. But I feel like the things that Wack was saying was essentially, if the metric is gonna be cultural influence and money, then no, we can't say that Nipsey was a legend. We can say that, he didn't go on a world tour. He didn't go platinum to my knowledge. He didn't get he got 9 million subscribers in his Instagram posthumously after he died. But my thing is that shouldn't be a knock on Nipsey. I think that should be a knock on us. That should be a knock on pop culture. That should be a knock on society. We didn't give that man collectively the flowers he deserved while he was living. This man gave us jewels. He gave us things to really think about, meditate on. There were so many, from financial literacy to just being in tune spiritually. I mean, Nipsey gave us a lot of jewels. He gave us the rugged shit too. But I think, we can go on and on about the things he did, but my thing is I feel like we didn't appreciate him collectively like we should have. And I don't think that's a knock on his music. I think that just speaks to society and how shallow we are. We often don't give people flowers while they're living. As if somebody said, well, he was nominated for a Grammy, yada, yada. Yeah, but, I live in Atlanta. I never heard Nipsey on the radio until after he died. So let's keep it 100. I don't think we were consistent in our appreciation for Nip collectively. I think what Wack was just basically saying was, again, like let's define the metric. Like how are we defining who is and who isn't a legend? I think we do need to put more shine on the art itself. And I think we need to get away from this whole money is just the defining metric for everything. It shouldn't be like that. I feel like that kind of, again, it takes light away from the music itself. But anyone will tell you, Nipsey clearly was a genius. He was brilliant. The things that he was doing, brilliant. And I think, unfortunately, in his death, I think people realized the foundation he was laying. You know, from the situation with Vector 90, was it Destination Crenshaw, his philanthropy. You know, this man was literally trying to uplift his community. He wasn't trying to run away from it. He was trying to uplift his community. I mean, I think he was definitely for the people. You know, and I think that speaks a lot to the man. The man that he was, his character, all that. I think a lot of times, like on the No Jumper interview, I kind of felt as though Wack was justifying Nipsey's murder and his untimely demise. But when I kind of took a step back and looked at it objectively, essentially, I feel like what Wack was saying was like, look, this entertainment shit, there are people who don't care about the music. They don't care about the entertainment. They're trying to live. They're trying to go. They are strictly focused on living these next 24 hours. And whatever they got to do so they can see the next 24, they will do it. I think, Wack essentially was defining gang culture in correlation to the hood as like a jungle, and that things are not necessarily arbitrary, and there isn't necessarily a set code of ethics. Really, anything goes at any moment. People know Nipsey is from a big hood with a lot of history, and that hood is nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Nipsey didn't take his life seriously. He clearly did. He gave back to the people. He was an example. But I think what Wack essentially was saying was like, look, anything goes. Anything goes at any moment. And I think a lot of times you have people who are fans of the music, but they're not but they're removed from that world. That world being the hood, the gang culture, the gang politics. They're removed from that, but they see it on the screen. They hear it in the music, and I don't think they understand necessarily the dynamics that come into play with that. You know, and it's like people are trying to mix the entertainment world with the hood shit, and the two don't coincide at all. You know, and I think it's like, Dr. Dre had this line where he said the strangest things can happen from rapping when niggas get caught up in image and acting. That's true. You know, I think a lot of people outside that culture, they just think the two coalesce. And people inside the culture think they can mix the entertainment world with the hood shit. And the two do not coincide. It's a yin and yang. They're not balanced. They don't balance each other out. Like, it's just, complete yin and yang. But again, I think if you really can sit back and objectively listen to what Wack is saying, it's not necessarily about Nipsey. It's about how shallow we are and how we really don't give people their flowers while they're living. We don't necessarily appreciate things until something happens. And a lot of times that thing that happens is death. You know, that's what they say. A lot of artists are worth more dead than alive. You know, and that's unfortunate. You know, that's really unfortunate. But let me know how you feel about it. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. Click that notification bell. Appreciate all the love y'all been showing me. The channel is growing exponentially. Did I pronounce that right? Exponentially. Exponentially. I messed it up. But yeah, the channel's growing. I appreciate all the support. But yeah, I want to say, RIP to the homie Nipsey Hussle. Definitely left an indelible mark in the game, an indelible mark in the hearts and minds of a lot of people. I encourage you guys to go back, listen to his interviews, go back, listen to his music. I mean, the man was definitely on some next level shit. So RIP to the homie Nipsey Hussle. Peace and love to you all.